Rory MAL.
30 is not the new 40. 40 is 40. 30 is 30. 20 is 20.
40 is definitely 40. I keep telling everybody, laughing. Every day you wake up, you never know what the body's going to do. Close you get to 40.
That's another Rockefeller thing y'all tried.
But 30 is the new
30
40?
is the new 20. That's what's up. How that hook went?
I mean, when you know what it is, when you get money like that, you don't even keep counting your birthdays anymore.
No, it doesn't matter.
And every day is it's like whatever, man. I'm doing whatever I want to do. So in that case, 30.
And when you're rich, like, who gives a fuck? You probably got good health insurance.
Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, you probably still feel like you're 20.
30 is the new Medicare. That's what's up.
Exactly.
Like, you're fine.
Exactly. How was your weekend?
It was cool. It was light.
Yeah.
I think. What did I do this weekend? I don't even remember what I did this weekend.
You got the guns out. You had the guns out. You got the tat session. Saw you with the guns out.
Well, I have a lot of tattoos. Me getting a tattoo is not like a highlight of a.
It is, man.
I have this entire part of my body.
We don't do shit anymore. So when you get a tattoo, when you sit down at a tattoo shop for like 5 hours, that's the thing.
My man killing it.
Yeah, that's the thing now. When you go get a new tat, like you got to show it off. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess it's not even close to done. So I'm not gonna show.
You gonna sleeve the whole right arm too?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, I definitely want to grow to be a dirtbag. Like, I want to look as shitty as possible.
I never got a tat because I knew, like, my OCD, I wouldn't want to see any more of my just skin plain anymore.
Yeah, I got tattoos really early. Tattoos are amazing. I never advocate against tattoos. For my children, I'm cool with y'all getting tattoos. If you're listening to this 20 years from now, just don't get them early. Because I have shitty tattoos. But I have tattoos that I don't regret, but it's like, dog, if I would have just waited just a little bit longer.
More experiences.
Yeah, and then I have I have tattoos the way like chicks get bad surgery. Like they'll go back to Colombia and try to fix it. And it's like, your ass looks even weirder now. Yeah. I did that with this tattoo that I hate. They tried to fix it. It looks even shittier now.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely an age limit too. Like I can't get a tat now. Like that window is past.
That's not true.
I can't get my first tat at 39.
Yeah, I would actually judge.
Hell no. You know how many dudes? Shout out to my man Steve, man. That's the best tattoo artist in the world. Steve, he's dying to tat me. And I'm like, bro, I'm too old, man. I can't get my first tat now.
You wouldn't get new Rory MAL tatted on you? You wouldn't get my name on you, bro?
No, I definitely. Yo, what if I was to just show up with what if I was to just show up with the Rory MAL stamp on me?
I would give you a promo code for tattoo removal.
That would be
like, yo, just put new MAL.
Yeah,
just put new MAL.
That's disgusting. Don't get my name.
Don't put my red beard on you.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I'm past that window. That window's closed. I've accepted it.
But in the same token, which I think I've said this before, I don't trust people that have like all their tattoos are immaculate. Because to me, you got them way later in life, and I can't really trust you because that's kind of fucking weird. Why do you have all immaculate tattoos?
Yeah,
that tells me like you were pussy growing up. And like, you wanted to get them.
You wanted to make sure you didn't make no mistakes.
Oh, yeah, like nah, fam. I don't want to see that beautiful sleeve.
Like, where's the Japanese letters at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Show me the Chinese emblem that you actually know what that shit means.
Exactly.
Where's your last name at? Come on, give me the last name.
Show me some panther, some footprint, paw prints. Show me that.
Give me the death before dishonor tattoo.
Yeah,
I need
loyalty.
that one. I need loyalty somewhere.
Yeah, show me determination in somewhere on your body. Like, then I know you started early.
Yeah, I need ambition on your chest. Where's that at?
Well, that's good, though. You almost finished with your right arm. Or at least you started.
Yeah, I just started. No, I got a lot more to do. Yes, shout out to Grin. Grin Styles. Grin is doing great. Grin's back up in the Bronx. Yeah, shout out to Grin.
Yeah, I went, I didn't really do much. I went out Saturday. I went out, was in the city a little bit, hanging out, just trying to see what's going on, see what new spots are popping up here and there. It was nice. Well, it was nice for most of the day. Then it kind of rained a little bit. But that was it, man. I didn't really do too much this weekend.
Didn't see anything while you were out?
It was a few. New York is back. New York looks like it's up and running. The masks are kind of fading away. I'm seeing less and less people with masks.
I've not seen a mask yet.
Yeah, I'm seeing less and less people with masks. So that's a good thing. But yeah, the city is back, man. Traffic is all the way back. And now you got to leave your house. If it was 30, 45 minutes, it's an hour and 15 now.
I did, I don't think it was over the weekend. I did go out. I went to a release party.
That's disgusting. That's so nasty.
I did. No, those are my people. I went to, shout out to Boss Cole and Lil TJ put out the record, The Jackie, which for white people, the Interborough Parkway. If you're unfamiliar with what the Jackie Robinson is, used to be the Interborough Parkway, as my mother would refer to it.
Right.
Not calling it the Jackie.
The Jackie, no.
Great fucking writer. I went to that though, but it was nice for people that are familiar with meatpacking. I didn't think that went through.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't think that went through.
Man.
I didn't think that went through.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
The Meatpacking District.
Yes.
Which also is a pause.
Yes, it is. I don't care where it is located. It's still a pause. Yeah.
Can we get some things off the pause list though? Because anytime anyone asks where you're at, you say Meatpacking when you're there.
You're supposed to say pause first though. Just make it one word. Pause. Meatpacking District. See?
I was on Gansevoort. Does that make you feel better?
There you go. I'm on Gansevoort. I'm on West 11th. Whatever you want to call it.
West 11th.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
For those that don't know, it's all like this cobblestone gravel shit.
I love it down there.
And it made me appreciate women my age. Because I did see all like the younger girls coming out in heels, which is appreciated. You know, heels are back. It was sneakers for a while.
Yeah. They
can't walk on that shit.
Cobblestone, no. It's hard to walk on.
But you remember all the girls that you knew they was OGs of Pause, the Meatpacking District.
Yeah,
and I don't think I need to pause when I say those girls are
no.
OGs of that.
Yeah, yeah.
They could run a 100-meter dash down that cobblestone in heels.
They got to get
these chicks were stumbling before they walked in. They weren't drunk yet.
Yeah, they got to get
stumbling everywhere.
Their city legs back.
They whole legs back.
Yeah, they got to get their whole legs back. You know, they start walking and running the cobblestone, trying to get to the door before the promoter says, "I'm going back inside."
But I don't know if they were raised this generation. I'm talking like 23, 24-year-old women. I don't know if they were raised in the heel era. Because they're from the sneakerhead era where chicks started to become sneakerheads. Like even the trendy go out chicks are sneakerheads.
Well, that type of release party would definitely be the sneakerhead.
It was.
Yeah.
But you know that whole block is a bunch of clubs. It's not everyone was going there. You just watched the cobblestone massacre of women trying to walk down that entire thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think these chicks are heel ready. I don't think it's their era.
Yeah, they gotta get their city legs back. They gotta know how to remember how to run in hills, how to walk on cobblestone and the sidewalk grates, you know, the grates on the sidewalk. You got to remember how to walk on those. But yeah, how was the party overall? How was it?
Oh, it was cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, regular
nice
shit.
crowd.
Regular shit.
Yeah, I was gonna come out, but it started storming, and then it was like, you know, I was like, you know, after it rained, I was like, do I want to go downtown?
I get it.
I passed on it.
When was the last time you like talked to like a 24-year-old?
I'm
not saying like in a sexual way or just had like a cool conversation where like random things could come up. Maybe at a dinner with a bunch of people, like just where there was 24-year-olds around.
It's been a while.
Okay. So I did that. And like, I don't know how baby pictures got brought up. I think someone maybe posted a baby picture on their IG story. So everyone just started whipping out their baby pictures. It just became one of those things at dinner. And I was thrown off because 24-year-old chicks' baby pictures are in HD.
Oh. Yeah, they don't know about the early 80s.
The fuck off. I was
all
like,
the red dark
my
pictures.
God.
Yeah.
This is from 2002.
Yeah.
This was from a legitimate.
It's a thing, bro. Yeah. Like that's how much the world is trained.
Me. I was like, oh, is that like your little sister? No, that's me.
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary when you think about it.
Because of course all these women are of age, and I'm 31, so it's not weird to be around a 24-year-old. It's not my ideal situation in age, whatever.
Right.
You know, it's subjective. People could be mature. I don't want to argue with y'all on age. It just really put things in perspective. And not to say, I'm not that old. No. But my baby pictures are.
Yeah, you like the tail end. You like the tail end. You were born in 90? 90. So yeah, you like the tail end of the film.
Yeah, like you had to go get it developed.
Digital. Yeah, yes.
And like throwaway cameras.
Yeah.
And shit.
Now everything is digital. Everybody has great skin in their baby pictures.
Yeah.
And their toddler pictures.
It was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I have some pictures. My mom had to point out that it was me. That's how dark the pictures are. She was like, no, that's you. I was like, that's me? Like, I didn't even know. I was like, okay. Like, the pictures are so red and brown, and it's just like, this was 83. You know what I'm saying? I was 2 years old, so it's like, this is real film right
Camera technology went crazy, I feel like, in the late 90s. Like, faster than, because honestly, when I went to my grandmother's funeral, obviously people had like old pictures and shit. My pop's pictures look the same as my baby pictures.
Right.
There was a couple where it looked like me. I was like, oh shit, that must be me. They were the exact same grain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely now everything is digital. Like even a lot of these kids
between a 24-year-old and a 31-year-old was fucking drastically different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also, you know, you start to talk even about just culture and music, you realize like a lot of these, you know, these younger cats that's moving around now, like 24, 25, it's like, oh, you don't even remember what it was like when certain like classic records came out.
No.
Like some of these kids, they don't even remember when Benjamins came out.
But here's the thing. I remember, but I don't remember.
Yeah, you wasn't outside. You wasn't partying like that.
Of course, I remember that record on the radio and was singing it.
Yeah,
but my mom was driving me to school and making sure I got in safely.
Yeah, it's we're getting old, man.
I guess.
Getting old.
I enjoy the aging process.
Oh, I
Everyone
love it.
should just age.
I love it. Every time I tell somebody my age, they think I'm lying.
Well, yeah, you look younger than
Yeah, they're like, no way. I'm like, yeah, man, it is what it is. My knees, when I wake up in the morning, they'll tell you everything. You'll hear him cracking a mile away.
Well, he thought I was younger than 30, so I appreciated that. So my skincare is working to some degree.
Yeah.
I don't know if this lighting today, I just got a haircut. I look extra bald today.
Yeah, you got your good one against the green.
Listen, man.
Yeah, that's the listen. That's
the
the
corners
classic.
are starting to go.
Because listen, you ready to party? You ready to go to a meeting with that cut? You can do anything with that cut. You can go to brunch.
This is the cut that disguises balding. Like if you get the good barber that's balded before, he knows where to taper the sides. Yeah. So it's all right.
But you're not. That's just this is what I understand about you. You're not balding. Like when you let your hair grow during the quarantine, it was like,
oh, I met her.
It was like, yo, bro, you got a full hairline. You have like a full head of hair.
I don't know, man.
You just have your look and you just used to a certain aesthetic. Like I get it.
Yeah, the shaved head, beard, tattoo, dirtbag look.
Good old American boy.
Yeah.
You know,
colors don't run, man.
Yeah, man. The colors that don't run, man.
Eagles and Budweiser. What you want from me?
Oh man,
4th of July just happened. I'm
That's
a patriot,
hilarious, man.
I did want to know, what would you do in the situation if a woman asked you to live in the moment?
If she told me live in the moment,
yeah, you were laying down with her and she just whispered, "Live in the moment."
We were already laying down. Oh, so I'm probably already naked.
That's the only time you've laid down with a woman?
No, but I'm just saying, if I'm laying down with a woman, we're laying down. Then 9 times out of 10, I'm
draws at minimum.
Yeah,
you don't want your
maybe
outside
some
clothes
underwear
to mess up the sheets.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we never have outside clothes on the bed. But live in the moment. Yeah,
I've said that during bathroom sex.
Live in the moment.
No, don't have your outside clothes on here. Come on, no outside clothes in here.
In the bathroom?
Yeah. Public bathroom.
Yeah.
Like at the spot.
Yeah, like no, you got to in here. No, you got to take all of this off. Live in the moment. I don't know. Probably start kissing, and I think as you get older, I think kissing is like that's like one of those things when you get older, like you look forward to kissing. I think.
Don't do that, because you have clowned me for years about my love for just making out.
No, but it's different with white boys. Y'all make out like as soon as you meet a girl.
True.
Like y'all be in the spot and just be like, I'm like, how long have you known each other after watching y'all kiss? And you're like, no, we just met.
That's how you get to know them.
Through kissing.
Listen, I'm not about to learn everything about you. I don't even want to know your favorite color if I don't know if you can kiss.
Okay.
Bad kissers like really turn me like you can have fire pussy, and if you can't kiss,
that's a turn
like
off.
It really bothers me.
That's a turn off, yeah.
Because especially talking about aging, and my knees are just shot at this point. Missionary is like a big part of my life.
Yes.
And face to face, I like to make out. Mm-hmm. So before I know your favorite color, like we got to figure out, do we have kissing chemistry?
Right.
And I only brag this way because the only thing I'm good at is kissing. So that's why I shine. That's why I like they think it's about to go crazy, and then it's kissing. Like, oh, all right, well, it's like, he's just good at making out.
Yeah, he's good at kissing. But no, if you're good at kissing, I think that usually says a lot. That says, because I never understand how I definitely don't understand how women don't know how to kiss. I don't understand that.
I've always debated this and lost the debate every time I've had it. I think kissing is more intimate than sex.
I understand, but
meanwhile, I was also the advocate of kissing strangers and not fucking them.
Yeah, so that's why
I'm all fucked up.
Kissing is intimate though. Kissing is very intimate. Like I think it's crazy if you're having protected sex and you're like doing missionary and you're kissing her in the mouth. It's like, fam, y'all, this is way too intimate and like intense. Like
that's why I always clown you condom users. I'm joking, safe sex. That's why I clown you condom users where like shorty be like, oh nah, I gave him head and then I made him put a condom on. I'm like, so your mouth is STD proof, but you never mind, forget it. It's cool. It's cool.
But we had this talk before. The condoms are more so, yes, it's for STDs, but the condoms really are for pregnancy. Like to prevent pregnancy. Because we had this talk before. You wouldn't have sex with a woman if she had an STD if you knew that and still put on the condom. That's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't do it even if you had a condom. Like you wouldn't take that gamble. If she said, listen, I have STD.
The possibility of her getting pregnant take the risk even with the condom.
If you get a girl pregnant with a condom on, fam, it's just time. Like God was just like,
I agree with you.
We just about to have this, and this is what it is. Like imagine you wear a condom with a woman, and
I know a woman that got pregnant when she was on Plan B. I'm not Plan B. I'm sorry, birth control.
Really?
Swear to God, yeah. In high school.
Wow.
I don't know why a chick was already on birth control in the mid 2000s, but hey.
In high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't think I knew any girls.
I just think maybe she was reading the directions wrong. That was my theory. I was like, all right, maybe she just missed
the day.
Yeah, maybe she didn't know her days of the week and took a Thursday pill on a Saturday.
That's rough. If a girl tells you she's pregnant and she's on the on pills, like on birth control,
I just gotta imagine her father, because men were stupid, especially in the mid 2000s on women and what their needs are. Like we think birth control is all about you must be fucking and you don't want to use a condom, you don't want to get pregnant, but it has a lot to do with their periods and all that type of shit. It's a health thing,
right? Which
is now men were deciding to try to understand women finally in 2021.
We're finally trying to break ground on this. So I could
just imagine that father having to agree for his daughter to get on birth control at 15, 16, and then she still come back pregnant.
That's tough.
I am going down to the clinic.
As a parent, what do you do though in that situation? If your daughter comes home at 15, 16 and tells you she's pregnant,
I wouldn't even know how to answer that. I'd feel stupid answering that because I don't know.
But you do want kids.
Of course.
So, I mean, just hypothetically, if your daughter comes in and says, Dad, want to talk to you about something.
I would lean on the abortion side, but I know that's also a traumatic experience. And I don't know if this is a controversial statement. I don't know if a 15-year-old can make that decision on her own. When she and if she, I expect to be a very present father.
Absolutely.
So it's not like
right.
She has guidance in these types of things. I'm not saying that would be the number one thing.
Right.
But, I wouldn't shame her for it. I just would have that real conversation.
Yeah, you have to
with
support
her
and then let her know.
Look at both sides of it. Yeah. But I would think, that may be the better decision depending on what is going on in the gentleman's life and everything among that. And yeah, once I have kids, I don't know if I want to have grandkids right away. I'm just trying to get these little fucks through school.
Yeah, I sit back and think about that.
Fucking grandkid on me.
Yeah, I sit back and think about that sometimes. I can't even see me being a grandfather. I can't even see it.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up just because I want my mom to be as active as she wants to be as a grandparent, with age. And I also want to be able to dump my children off to my mom very consistently. I want to use that crutch.
Turn up.
I know parents don't admit that, but I watch it. I see it. I'm not a parent. I still see it.
Grandparents love it.
You drop your kids off at your grandparents and you go do your shit. I'm not mad at you. Just admit it.
Yeah, grandparents love it. As much as they say they don't and they hate it and they still want to have time, they love when you bring their grandkids over and
so do grandkids.
Yeah,
being at your grandparents' house was always the shit.
Yeah, our parents got to stop it. You love your grandkids. You want them all the time. Cut it off.
But no, why I asked you that live in the moment question to go back quickly. I'm just tired of women finding out our tricks and using them against us.
Our tricks?
I've definitely used the live in the moment line. I've definitely used the I feel like we've known each other forever line. Women are now using these lines against us.
Absolutely.
And it's working on us. We're eating it up more than they ate it up.
Listen,
we believe a lot of shit.
Men are very simple. Once we feel like the woman likes us, whatever she says that's giving us a compliment, we're like, yeah, I mean, this is what it is with me. This is what you get.
And then you're a man, so you're supposed to have this false confidence and portray it. And you're like, yeah, of course. I mean, of course, it's me, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't she think that?
Yeah, why wouldn't you like me? We just need to know that the woman likes us.
I'm starting to realize at 31, it took me this long. Men are the most naive out of the genders. We believe anything. We're easily tricked.
Absolutely.
It only takes a sentence for us to agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're terrible.
Men we're very simple. We just want to know the basics. We'll figure everything else out on the way. But just give us the basics. Oh, you like me? Or you want to spend time with me? Great. Everything else we're going to fuck up, but we'll learn along the way.
Yeah, and we're easily manipulated in the sense that we're so simple. It only takes, I just want to be with you. I'm not talking to nobody else. And we
And we
Great.
believe it. And we believe it. That's why I think men get heartbroken so easily.
Oh, we're the worst when it comes to heart.
Yeah, I think that's because we believe a lot of the shit that women tell us, and we just fall right into we just eat it up.
Men kind of never really fall out of love.
Mm-hmm.
Women certainly do. That's why when I was saying how many episodes ago that women aren't liars, they just don't finish their sentences. Like where women will say, I love you, and they just forget the end of the sentence until you do this fuck shit, and then I will no longer love you. Mm-hmm. Men, on the other hand, will always love you, will resent you and hate you and pretend like we're okay forever. But we will always still love you no matter what. Women, I think, can really get over shit. I don't think men get over shit. I think women really do get over shit.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you think that men cheat more than women, or do we just get caught more than women?
I think men probably cheat more than women. Yeah, men probably cheat more than women. Though they do say 50% of relationships cheat. So somehow with that math, if we're going with men and women, 100% of relationships would cheat, if that's the case. But
that's what I'm asking.
I think, what was the second part? Because I do think men.
Do men cheat more than women, or do we just get caught cheating more than women do? Because women are
That's another good point.
Women are great at cheating.
Yeah.
I've great at cheating. It's almost scary how good they are at cheating.
Oh, no. I which I'm not proud of. I have slept with a woman that had a man, and Shorty was like a fucking Navy SEAL. Yeah. I was like, yo, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like she was covering her tracks like no other, and making me an accomplice in it. Like
before you know it, now you on a covert mission.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Now I'm an accessory after the fact.
Absolutely.
Did you murder somebody?
Absolutely. Exactly.
But to me, like, all right, does that make it worse? Or does that make it better?
That women cheat better?
Yeah, like if you're going on these covert missions and you're like really going nuts in covering your tracks and going through all these steps to make sure you're not caught, is that not worse? Because you had to really plot this shit out.
Yeah.
Like when men cheat, and granted, men have gone out purposely to cheat. Don't get it twisted. Mm-hmm. But it's in a really dumb way.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm gonna go cheat, and if I can't cheat, then I'm not gonna cheat. Like, it's mad simple. Like that map out plan.
Yeah.
You had to like sit with your homegirls like you're on your 0 Dark 30 about to go kill Bin Laden type of shit. You could have stopped a lot of times.
Right.
The man brain is just like, well, I guess I could go cheat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't beat. All right, I'll go home. Like,
I think that's
there's
why
not much ways to stop cheating in a man's way of cheating. It's either I'm gonna go beat or I'm not.
I think that's why men are so hurt when their woman cheats.
Oh yeah, because it takes more.
Yeah, and I think just knowing that another dude was like smashing your queen, it just stings a little more.
Oh, it stings a lot.
Yeah, it just stings. It's like it stings like what I think. What us women kind of expected, we're more just attractive to physical things, and whereas men, we feel like a woman is more attracted to things deeper than just physical. So now it's like, okay, so this dude tapped into your mental. He's like, you know what I mean? Because cheating is not just physical.
Oh, mental cheating is way worse to me than
physical. Like if you find out your girl is like having like FaceTime and text like long text histories with other men and like really talking to them, and that shit is like, okay, who am I? Who is this woman? Like I don't even know her anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then that pulls up the like, if you get caught cheating, it's like, man, she knew who she was. Her partner, she knew who I was when she met me.
Right.
She knew who I was. She met me this way.
Right.
And then you start thinking like, damn, how did I meet her? Yeah. How long has she been doing this? She seems so nice.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, do men cheat more, or do we just get caught more?
Well, that's why when you date the quote unquote more promiscuous women, it doesn't sting as much.
Because you expect it.
Not expect it. You're just like, all right, I mean, charge it to the game. Like they're around. They have the resources. They know where to go when they need to do these things. It'd be the ones that like threw you for a loop. Like you don't go outside. Where did you find?
Where did you have time?
Where did you find the cheat?
Yeah. Would you stay with your girl if you caught her cheating on you?
That's subjective. I don't know. I've been kind of an advocate of saying that's not a deal breaker for me. How you cheat is big to me.
It's a deal breaker for me only because I feel like if you're with somebody and they cheat on you and you take them back after they cheat on you. I think it sends a message that there's nothing that this person can do that would cause them to lose you. Like if you take your girl back after she's laid down with another man, in her brain, she's like, oh, he's never going to leave me. Like, what else can I, there's nothing worse than this.
I guess I just put things higher in a relationship than sex.
Of course.
Like, that's not the number one way you could betray me, I suppose.
Really?
Which I guess is maybe weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is higher betrayal than having sex with another man from your woman?
How do I word this correctly?
If she's caught having dinner with the ops?
Where her and the ops go to dinner?
Yo, you walk in the spot and see your girl sitting down with the ops. That shit hurt more. Yo, you can't say it hurt more when your wife have dinner with the ops, bro.
Oh my God.
Like,
did she get an appetizer too?
Yeah, like
she was there to stay.
Yeah, like you hanging with the ops. Like, you know I don't fuck with this dude.
You got burrata with the ops?
Yeah, nah.
You guys open the cheese together?
That might be worse. That might be worse. Your girl on a date with the ops might be worse. That might be worse.
What makes an op, man?
I don't know,
just use that word.
Yeah, I don't know what an op is, man. It's the word now.
I've been called an op, and I'm like, fam, we're not ops.
Fam, I don't even go outside. I can't be nobody's op. Like, I don't even go anywhere.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't go. I can't be your op, bro.
But no, I think to answer your actual serious question, I think checking out of a relationship, which eventually leads to cheating, without any words being said about it, is a bit more of a betrayal. And that goes back to that communication conversation we're having, where it is very difficult to talk to your partner about major things where it's like, hey, I don't think I'm really present here anymore. I think presence in relationships, I don't even mean in the physical form, that can be much more of a betrayal than sleeping with somebody, because that betrayal happens and then the cheating typically happens. So if you don't voice that, that's kind of more of a, which I've done before.
Yeah.
So I'm not in no way saying like, how could women do this? Like, I've done that as well. That to me is more of a betrayal, because that's where all this shit kind of trickles down to when you start fucking eating mozzarella sticks with the ops, you start fucking dudes. Like, that comes from checking out and not being present in a relationship or being there for somebody in, in an emotional type of way.
That was one of the reasons why when people we talk and people like, yo, I haven't had a girl in forever, but that's one of the reasons why I don't like commit to one woman. Or I haven't in a while, is because, I'm honest with myself. I'm like, let's be honest here. Like, I'm not ready to just be with one woman. I'm not ready to just, settle down. And before I be a piece of shit or be, like just lie to a woman, I'd rather just be like, listen, we're friends. We having fun. We enjoying each other. This is nothing too serious. It's always respect. It's always a certain level of respect that I try to keep with all women that I date.
Can I ask you a question there, though?
Absolutely.
To cut you off purposely? What, to make it fair to say that, to be self-aware in that place, what do you think would make you ready? And what makes you think you would be ready when the right woman comes?
I don't know if it's any particular thing that I could say would make me ready. I just think that when you meet somebody and you kind of just click and vibe with them, you get to a point where you're like, yo, I don't ever want to do anything to hurt this person because I fuck with them on that level. Like, to me, your girl should be like your homie, your best friend. Like, you wouldn't want to do anything to betray your homie. You wouldn't want to do anything to betray your best friend. So when you get to that point with a woman, and it's like, it would hurt me to like know that I did something to betray her trust, and I was disloyal to her. I think once you get to that point with a woman, I think you just know, like, this is my partner. This is who I want to be with. But
do you think it takes a while to get to that point?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think we don't spend enough time getting to know, like we just said, sometimes you don't even know your partner. Like, it's a lot of things you don't know. I think people are just afraid of being alone, the thought of being alone. I think people are afraid of. I think people are afraid of, feeling like they missed out on something. Like, to me, it's better to be single and alone than to sell a lie and a dream to somebody and have them thinking that, oh, this is what we own, this is we're a couple, it's just us, and then they turn around and find out like you're a piece of shit, you've been fucking everybody. Like, to me, it's like, yo, why are you doing that? Why not just be single?
I guess my question in that is, when you're saying you're leading, when you start talking to a woman, you're saying, hey, I'm not ready to have a relationship, I'm out here not really on the commitment thing. I'll always be honest with you. We could do this and we could do that. If you're leading with that, you're not really allowing the space to really get to know them to see if they'll be the homie partner or anything, because your mentality going in is, well, this is going to last for as much fun as I can have, and then I'm going to be out.
No, but that's what I said. You can go into it, like you meet a woman and like I'm not really looking for anything serious right now. But then sometimes shit happens. You hanging out and you like, damn, like shorty.
That's the best
cool.
relationships.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's cool.
By
like we done seen each other 4 times this week, hung out, like, and then you look up and you feel like, damn, this is a real friend. Like I know everything she's talking about, prior relationships and whatever business goals and life goals, and y'all start just forming this chemistry and this bond, and then you look up and you like, yo, this is my. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my homie. This is my girl.
Do you think you're scared of taking risks for both parties to not hurt her and hurt yourself?
No, I'm not afraid to take risks. I'm just honest. Like I know it, like right now, like I'm not stable enough. I don't sit down long enough. Like I'm moving around. I'm out of town, in town. Like it's a lot of shit going on.
But that could never change though. So you kind of, I don't want to say have to adapt to your lifestyle, or she has to adapt to your lifestyle and vice versa. But you do have to take that risk of the fear of, yo, I fuck with this person, but it may not be the right time, but let me still move forward with this. That went back to our wasting time conversation. We were doing that lyrical breakdown. Like, you got to go out and risk and fail. And on top of that, that's how you're really going to know if that's really your homie, if that's really the person that you're going to be with, because you're going to have to fail with them.
For sure.
So
absolutely.
I was never a serial dater by any means, but I did take risks and fail. And that's probably why I've known them as much as I have in dating and getting to know someone, because I know myself better. And that's why I like women that have a past to some degree. Like they know themselves better. They know how they're going to react to things. They know how to weather the storm through shit because they've done it already.
Right.
I feel like that mentality sometimes for people that say like, it's a noble place. Like, dog, I'm not trying to go out. If I know I'm going to be out trying to see other women or be on the road or whatever, I'm not going to sit down and tell a girl that we're in a relationship. That's noble, but you still do have to take the risk, because what if you being on tour for the rest of your life is how you eat? You're going to have to know how to move with a woman too.
Absolutely. But you get to that point where you're just like, that's over with. Like, I don't care about ever being, like that with another woman. I don't, like, you just know when you at that point, like, nah, I'm cool, man.
Nah, listen, drug addicts don't get over drugs. They just learn how to deal without doing drugs. Like,
you compare. All right, so you just compare like being in a relationship to like
no, the opposite.
Being on drugs. Okay,
being single and just going out and seeing women in that lifestyle. That's the drug.
Okay,
and you can get addicted to that, and you can't. For a lot of men, we have to be honest. That is somewhat of a drug and an addiction that you may not just wake up one day and be like, yo, I'm over this. Like,
right.
A lot of times you just have to learn to not do it anymore. Like, that's really what it is.
Oh no, for sure. But that's been a thing for me. Like, I haven't been, like, when you can't just be out here just trying to just like jump on anything.
Oh no, that's nasty. That's nasty. And that's not what I'm talking about. That's about that reckless type of shit.
Yeah. I'm more so saying like, you just know when you meet a woman and you like, damn, like she's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I know she ain't with none of the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And you might know you still got a little fuck shit left in the tank. And you like, yo, let me not I'm not even, because I fuck with her, I'm not even wasting her time. Like, let me just leave her alone.
But that's like the rehab where it's like, yeah, I can't be on my drug addiction shit here, but it doesn't mean I'm still not fiending for drugs.
Right, for sure.
So it's something you have to learn to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
In no way am I saying men are out here just fucking everything that walks. But I do think men, especially in certain industries or in certain environments, let me not even say that, because the dude at McDonald's wants to live this way and may live this way too in his own hood.
Absolutely.
You kind of have to just adapt to getting out of that if you want a relationship. It's in no way you're going to wake up one day and just be like, yo, I'm over. Yo, I fucked. Oh, I hit my 1,000th bitch.
Yeah,
it's over.
That's it. I'm done.
Like, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work.
It's like no one ever hits the crack pipe and is like, all right, that was the last good high. Yeah. Like, it don't work. You really have to do the work to get out of that mentality. And I think women have to do that probably less than men, but women have to do that as well to get out of certain lifestyles to be better partners. It's a very intricate thing where people just
timing. It's all timing, bro.
That shit is work.
Yeah, it's all timing. Like, I tell people all the time, if you see people that have a healthy relationship and you know what I mean, like they're happy, and you know, again, the optics on the outside, they could be going through turmoil in the house, but for the most part, you notice these people like, damn, they dope, their relationship is crazy, like they really down for each other, they best friends, that was timing. Like they both met at a time in their life where they were just ready for that, and they might not have known it, but it just happened so like naturally for them, where it's like you see them, it's like, yo, that's ain't nobody coming in between that.
Or there's the other side of that coin is where they met with bad timing. They met when they were young, and their lives went in different ways, but the only thing keeping them together is because we want to stick together as friends, and that takes fucking turmoil and a bunch of bullshit. It takes relapsing. It takes going back to rehab.
Absolutely.
It takes finding another drug. If it finds, all right, my addiction used to be this, let me go find another healthier addiction. Like it all comes with that entire thing, which is a perfect segue. Why don't you let me like women's photos when they're in love?
I just thought
you text me.
All right, so just to give them some backstory, I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw Rory like someone's picture that we both know, and
Shout out to her.
She posted a picture with her boyfriend, her and her boyfriend.
Beautiful photo.
Beautiful. The love was just jumping through the phone. You could just feel it, and only like maybe a few people liked it, but because we have a mutual follower in Rory. It says Rory's name. So I saw it. I was like, picture was up maybe 4 minutes. Wow. So I'm like, I never caught Rory this early on a like, ever. So I had to fuck with him. I'm like, fam. So I screenshot it. I texted to his phone. I said, Rory, what you like about this picture? Like,
first of all, algorithms.
Okay. Yeah.
It was the first one in my she was in my love is in my algorithms.
I get it. Like listen, I'm telling you, it was just I felt it through the phone.
Anytime
I was like, okay,
there's a couple, like, that's gonna pop up first because they know I'm a double tap that.
Okay. I was just thrown off a little bit. It's not that I'm laughing at you liking a picture of somebody in love. It was just a little early in the clock. Okay. It was a lot of time left on the clock. I just didn't expect that shot.
We just did a lot of mature bullshit. Let's get to some toxic shit. Okay. Sometimes
we should cue the Britney record, Toxic, right here.
That's the record you thought of?
Yeah, why not? Great record.
Not a future record?
No.
All right, cool.
Let's go to Spears. She just got a new lawyer. Like, she's about to get her life back. Shout out to Britney, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Congrats to Britney. That's actually really great. All right, let's get into some toxic talk.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to double tap that picture to let her know you're an ally.
Okay. I see where we going. See, all you gotta do is give me the play, and so I'm gonna come off the pin down. Okay, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta double tap that to let her know you know what time it is.
And I'm gonna go a step further. And sometimes you gotta double tap it because y'all might have a little history and you ain't spoke to her in a minute, so you want her to know that you see where she's at in life right now.
It can go both ways.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the first one of when you double tap her and her boyfriend. I mean, I don't know if her man is been around for a while. I don't know his pedigree as far as knowing dudes and how they move. But a lot of girls, back to men being easily manipulated, can easily spin that to like, look, that's just a friend. He liked us.
Right.
He liked us chilling together. Like, he loves love. He's just happy for us. Like,
it kind of takes you off the radar. It kind of takes you off the radar a little bit. Yeah.
Sometimes if your follower's just sitting there and you're not liking nothing, he's gonna be like, well,
what's up with this?
What's up with him?
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to double tap just to let her know that you will hold it down. Like anytime, if he comes to you as a man, which we have to admit happens.
Please don't do that. Men should never.
It's happened to me. No. Absolutely. In person, not in DM. Which I can respect it in person of like, let me take that back. I don't respect it. But I respected it more than a DM because I didn't know dude.
Okay.
I was like, I'll always hold it down. No matter what.
Yeah, I don't do, but we know that as men. I'm never gonna tell a strange man.
I would.
Yes, like me and your girl have a history, and are you crazy?
I think there's some insecure dudes that love validation that would be happy to say to another dude, "Yeah, I fucked your girl."
That's nasty.
I actually think most rap songs on men's side and women's side are all based on telling people that. Like, I think it's hilarious that chicks always talk about they hate cheaters, but every female rapper, all they do is say, yo, your dude is in my sheets right now. Like,
yo, that's Yo, listen, man, that's some funny shit. Your dude is in my sheets.
Listen to every female rapper now. They're all taking your man.
But we got to, and that's another thing we got to stop doing. We got to stop listening to these rappers and these artists. Because let me tell you something. I've seen some of these artists that be talking, these rappers that be talking crazy pimp player shit in they songs. I done seen some personal text messages to the women that they like.
Are you suggesting that rappers aren't living their rhymes?
No. I'm not. Listen, I'm not suggesting it. We know it, but it would like really like it would really put things in perspective if like the casual fan could just read some of the text messages from like their favorite rapper to like the women that they date.
Or why
like it be shit. I'd be like, no, he did not say that.
Or why rappers have hated us.
Oh my God, like.
I didn't know. I didn't ask me are over women.
Yeah, like I didn't
like, yo, these dudes
understand
are weird.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand that at first. I'm like, wait, like she's fucking with a rapper. Why is he like throwing shade towards me? I'm just a casual.
How I don't care, and you could take her to Turks.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure not gonna do it.
But that's why they care.
And why I don't care.
But that's why I think it's an ego thing. They feel like, yo, you fucking with me. I got more money than him. I got more jewelry than him. I got more cars than him. Like you should not be with that dude. I think
I have better conversation than you.
They don't want to go there. I got better personality than you.
Yeah.
I'm funnier than you.
Exactly.
Like I'm cooler than you. Like I
guide her better.
But that you can't guide. Okay. But, hey, listen, however you get your shit off, get it off.
I set up her swimwear LLC. Yeah. You just took her somewhere in swimwear.
Yeah. See? That's like, the thing. You tap into a different emotion. These niggas think just spending money and it's like, nah, fam, like that ain't it. Like you gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really get to know this one.
Dudes are so corny, myself included.
Yeah. But it happens, man. It happens to all of us, man.
What was the second part of that conversation? Because I didn't want to get away from that. I was talking about being an ally. You brought up another good point of what else it could be.
About liking a picture?
Yeah.
Just to let her know, like y'all have a history and, you know, just to let y'all may not have spoken in a while. It's just to let her know, like, okay, I see you pregnant now. Or, okay, I see you know, y'all got a house together. Or, you know, it's just kind of like that type of thing. Sometimes
it's just like, I'm still around. I still see you.
Yeah, it can, yeah. It's sometimes, depending on who it is, it's like, yo, listen, you know, I know y'all this is around the time y'all go through y'all thing where y'all stop fucking with each other for a few months. Like, I'm here.
I have to ask you, I need you to take your 3 stacks cool off. I need you to take your cool off. Have you ever sent a spiteful or maybe a congrats with a little bit of sauce on it? There was a little bit of Morton salt in there on a congrats.
Nah, I've never.
A little bit of Morton on it.
I've liked the picture with it. It was a salt like though. Like, you know, it's a salt like. I don't really like this shit. Like, you know when you don't like it. Like, I don't like seeing you happy with this nigga.
That's actually when I want to like quicker.
Yeah, but you salty. That's why.
I'm a salty person.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, you definitely feel a type of way. Like, oh, word. Okay, so y'all see that y'all public with it now. Okay,
listen, I could be a dirty salty. I could be the Hudson River. I get on my real dirty salty shit.
You go Lowry's on them. Yeah, but you got to do it. But I think women like that. I think women like knowing that a guy that they used to, you know, be with and spend time with still has some feelings for them. And, you know, I think to an extent, as long as you're not overly aggressive with it, as long as you're not in her text messages and random FaceTime and knowing she's probably with her man, like, as long as you're not doing stuff like that, I think it's fine. Liking a picture, I think that, you know, women, they like that. They like to know that you still looking and you still paying attention to them.
Yo, another thing I've noticed post-quarantine, I think women have retired the move their head to show the Rolls Royce symbol behind their head. The new one now, since outside is open, they're going to let you know when they're in a Sprinter.
I've seen a couple of the double R's.
Listen, man.
I've seen
the Sprinter one is getting a little out of control. Like, I know the car has lights on the bottom. I get it.
Yeah.
I know all your friends can fit.
It's funny when you catch things like that though, especially from women that you might know personally. It's like, oh boy, you too. And then I start getting into the psychology of it. Like, all right, I know you. You wouldn't post this if there wasn't a reason. Right. You're trying to piss somebody off. Yeah. But why? Trying to piss a girl off. That too. It's not always men. It's not always, no. We need to stop thinking that. You know when it's men. Yeah. They try to piss off their ex-friends or the chicks that are hating or whatever the fuck they say these days. Absolutely.
But no, the influx of women and sprinters on my timeline has gotten to a kind of a crazy.
Sprinters, the influx of women on private jets.
Oh well, you follow a different. Bro,
No,
I'm down here in the mud,
Bro,
with the Mercedes
women,
sprinters.
No, but it's women that I never would have thought would be on private jets. I'm just like, how?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm not mad, but it's just like, you?
I mean, listen,
Like, who's putting you on a chartered?
PPP loans went crazy, and they're still trying to find people. So like,
It might be a few out there.
Let's spend up this money before we get caught.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Listen, I get it, man. Live life, have fun, do what you do.
No, I just think because typically with the type of women we're talking about, it's typically rappers or athletes that would be in those private jets. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not sit here and lie.
Right.
I just think they taking anybody at this point.
Some I've seen, I definitely felt like that. I'm like, okay, if
This sounds like hate. I promise. I swear to God, it's not hate.
No, it's just that when you know certain, and it's the same for guys.
And I'm not judging the girl at all.
No.
I'm happy. Like,
Yeah,
go ahead, go.
yeah,
You'd never get this experience.
yeah. Listen, I get it, but just like some women see guys with a certain type of woman, and they're like, she's with him, like, because they look at the women like you definitely shouldn't be with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen,
it goes both ways.
I think all Maul and I are trying to say is we want to be taken on a private jet.
Is that what we saying? That what we hitting at?
That's how they're gonna play this clip as.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we are just
We're
trying
hating.
for a rapper or athlete to bring us on a private jet.
I saw a clip floating around on Instagram about a guy he seemed to ruffle some feathers out there, and I just found it interesting because
Which feathers he ruffled?
it was a few because in the comments they were going
letters HERE. That means I'm here. That means come outside. And that means when we go, like whatever our plans are, we're gonna go do what our plans were set to do. I'm not getting out of the car to open your door or to meet you at the door or to ring your doorbell when you could just walk downstairs. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I personally believe, and this is just my personal perception of me and my friends and all the females that we have dealt with collectively, chivalry is almost dead. It's on its last leg. So
That's not true.
Maybe I might hold the door open for you, yeah. But I'm not getting out of my car to ring your doorbell to tell you to come downstairs to get back in the car. That actually doesn't even make sense.
As a guy, I will admit, that doesn't stop you from getting a box when you don't do it. It's actually like the more disrespectful you are these days, the more that they give you the box easier.
That's not true either. I get it. That's a social media topic. I get it. That's not true.
Listen,
but
man.
let's buy into it. Let's go with this. Chivalry, I think, is just confused now. If you're asking me to pay the rent at your apartment, don't ask me to open the door too.
okay.
Pick your battles in chivalry.
So give up the car door.
Yes.
But
if
get
you
your
want
rent
me to
paid.
pay your rent, open the door that I'm paying for. Do something here. Because at that point, listen, you have to make your child has to do chores in the house, right? Because
Right.
they're not paying no bills. You don't pay the bills in here.
Right.
Earn your keep. They're gonna kill me.
Listen, man, I'm trying to set the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying. Look, here's my thing. I think you're right in
I'm
saying
a bill payer.
No,
I'm
listen.
an admitted bill payer.
Listen, I think you're right in saying that because what he said was right. I'm not getting out the car to go ring your bell and wait for you to come downstairs and open your door. Okay, that may be going above and beyond.
Where does she live? Can I pull into the driveway? Do I have to go to 26E? Like, you have to give me the environment in which we're in.
I think, again, I think that it's certain things that to say chivalry is dead,
It's definitely not.
that's not dead.
It's not even
It's
close.
not dying. But I think that there are some things like the example he gave of getting out the car, going upstairs to ring the bell, whatever, waiting for you to come down. Maybe that's a little extreme, but maybe you can wait outside the car and, for when she comes down and open the door.
I guess
You don't have to go like to the door upstairs to her apartment and like all of that shit.
I guess I would just be tired of being my representative at this point in my life.
Mhm.
And hypothetically speaking, I would just be tired of that. Like, I'm probably not gonna do that forever. So
I'd open a car door?
I'd like to go up to your fucking apartment and open it to grab you.
That's a little.
And as far as the car door goes, if we're walking to my car, I will 1000% always open your door.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That'll never change. And if I'm in the car, I'll probably lean over.
Yeah. Why not?
I'll lean over, unlock, and do it.
No, but you got power locks now. You ain't even got to lean over no more.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a Mazda.
They still have power locks in the Mazda. What are you talking about? I've been in the Mazda.
That's true. You've been in the Mazda.
Power locked opened the door for me in the Mazda. What are you talking about?
But it's nicer if you lean over and open it.
It's
hit
a
the little
different
thing.
gesture.
Yeah.
It's a different gesture. But no, chivalry isn't dead. I mean, again, I think that.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
I think that going upstairs, opening the door is a little extreme and all of that. Like,
sometimes,
but opening a car door to me that's normal shit. That's normal behavior.
Sometimes I feel like that chivalry shit, like the stereotypical one of like opening the car door when she walks out type of thing, not actual chivalry, like the stereotypical shit, makes me look more like I'm full of shit.
Okay.
Like
Makes you feel like you're trying too hard?
Yeah, like I feel like she should raise an eyebrow in a bad way.
Like he's doing too much.
Like
he's trying too hard.
Like this might be Like, why are you waiting outside my building next to your car, like standing like this? Like, oh, here's my Mazda, madame.
Yeah, you look
like
here's my Mazda, madame.
Like, I feel like it may look creepy. Like, I don't mind pulling your chair out is not creepy. I just feel like there's some overly chivalry shit that is creepy.
Yeah, I think certain things are a little much. It's a little too aggressive. It's like, all right, calm down, fam.
And the type of women I like are funny, silly, sarcastic.
Yeah,
they're gonna look at me like, yo, if you don't get your ass in that
can't
car.
do that. Yeah, like me, my personality, they're gonna be like, yo, cut it out. Like, what are you doing? Like, you look stupid. Like, that's the response I'm gonna get from
even with my corny personality, I feel like, be like, all right, fam, get back in the car.
Yeah, like it's certain women will look at you like a little crazy. Like, that's a little unnecessary. But no, chivalry isn't dead. And I saw, Instagram had fun with that. The women were killing him, and a lot of guys jumped in and was killing him too. So,
as guys wouldn't do it.
Well, they were saying that he was a little too, he was going a little too crazy with the chivalry is dead, and
I don't think it is at all.
Chivalry's not dead. No. I think certain things are just normal. You opening a car door and you're walking with a lady that's normal.
I opened the door at the bank for any woman on earth.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's not chivalry. It's just
something that's
polite.
programmed in you.
Yeah.
Like you just see a woman coming, or even if it's a guy walking behind me, I'll hold the door. Like
not mad at it at all.
Yeah, it's not like it's just certain things you just do.
Real chivalry is a different type of behavior that's not opening car doors.
Right.
So
right.
if that's a make or break for a woman, like stop watching Bronx Tale.
Yeah, please, because they still living off of that one.
No, we living off of that.
Are we?
Because he said Shorty's supposed to open the door for you. After you open it for her, she's supposed to lean over.
Yeah, and open.
That has not. When did Bronx Tale come out? Can you look that up?
That was 90. I want to say 4.
I thought it was late 80s.
93.
93.
Oh, it was the 90s.
94.
That has not happened since 1993. Keisha is the only woman that's ever done that, and I know her name was not Keisha in that. Keisha from Belly was. Yes. What was her name? She's the only woman on earth to ever lean over and open that door.
I've never seen that in real life.
Never.
No.
That was that was a Bronx tale. Like that was just a tale. That never existed.
And that was supposed to be back then in the what was that, the 60s? They would
60s, 70s, the Bronx Tale was.
60s.
So but yeah, chivalry is not dead. So please don't believe that. It's okay to open car doors. They killed me for paying for a homegirl's dinner. That I wasn't at they killed me for that. So it's like you just don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on anymore. Do I not open the door? Do I not?
You paid for his chivalry.
Yeah. But I mean, it's okay. It was that's my homegirl.
You put him on consignment for his chivalry.
Nah, just my homegirl, man.
That was funny. Laugh.
No. You gonna force me to laugh at this shit?
You fronted him.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Okay. Because I was gonna say we get in music, but while you're looking, I'm just gonna admit as the first person, it's July 15th while we're recording this. This came out on July 16th. I think I missed summer already. I think it's over. I think I'm too late. I just realized it's summer.
I know what you mean.
It just hit me. I was like, oh fuck, we're in summer.
Yeah, because I was trying to plan a trip, and I'm just like, okay, 2 weeks from now is August.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
You can't. And once you start planning the summer in August,
yeah, it's like,
just
shit.
Focus on your costume for Halloween.
Yeah, but you know what it is too? I think we were kind of sort of just coming out of COVID restrictions and lockdowns, and mandates and all of that kind of leaning into the summer. So it kind of, we got like a little slow start. You know what I mean? Some people have not slowed down since the pandemic started. Some people I know have been traveling and going places, but I think that's what it was. I think it was still kind of sort of some restrictions, and is it okay? Is it safe? Things, certain cities are just now opening. But yeah, man, fuck it. I'm planning a trip, bro. I got to get out of here. I got to get off the grid for a few days, and
when people are hearing
like
this,
Tom Hanks and Castaway for a few days.
I mean, just stay away from beach balls. But
yeah, I just want to go off the grid for a minute, man.
Well, I'm about to go off the grid. I'm about to go to Atlanta. While you're hearing this, I'll be in Atlanta.
Oh, you off the grid? You way off the grid.
No, I'm going to the grid.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
going to the grid.
So you off the grid.
I'm more off the grid here.
Yeah.
I'm going from Atlanta to LA. Oh God.
You look
that's when I realized I didn't have a summer. When I was booking, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
By the time I'm back,
This
it's
is another
August,
week, yeah.
and now it's summer's over. I did nothing this summer.
That's why I'm taking the time to plan something, man. Fuck that, because I'm just the type of person, I have to force myself to do it, or it's just like I'm just gonna look up and the summer's over.
Yeah. Oh well, we wasted last summer. We could waste this one.
Yeah. Got some new music though.
Music did come out.
Yeah.
Music did come out. Snoh's album.
How you feel about it?
Would probably be the top one. I'm glad that we recorded this almost a week after it came out. Because if we came the next day, I would have been thoroughly confused.
Yeah. I
was very confused off the first listen. It was not in a bad way. In no way I was like, yo, this is trash.
Right.
I was just confused, especially for the first half of the album. I think as much, I'm a hypocrite, admittedly. Always like when artists develop their sound or whatever. I went into that album wanting These Feelings Part 2.
Yeah.
And it was not that at all.
But is that
let me not say that.
Or the artist's fault?
That's a consumer's fault.
Absolutely. Okay.
And she shouldn't ever think that she should do this for Rory Part 2 of My Feelings.
Yeah, no.
It just threw me off. I don't want to say it was up-tempo, but it was just a little different of a sound from the moodier sound that
it wasn't
the last from Feels and Others Feelings.
It wasn't what we expected. But
and I guess I just love that shit so much.
Yeah, it's growing on me. Every time I listen to it, I like it more.
Yeah, and I actually felt less moodiness off the first few listens. The more I listen to it now, I'm catching more moody shit. Yeah. Like she still has her bars in there.
Oh yeah.
They still exist.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good development of sound. It just took me a little bit to get there.
Yeah, it's growing on me. The more I listen to it, the more I start to, I like it more, the melodies, and I'm catching like bars and the lyrics more. I like it. Overall, I like the project. Like I said, I think it was a little different than what I expected. Once I saw the two Tyler features, I was like, okay, this is something a little different. So, but hearing it was like, okay,
yeah,
it's different, but I like it. And the more I listen to it, the more I like it. So.
Temporary Highs, the song, not the album title, did make me think about trying Molly again.
For a temporary high?
Yeah, but like moody Molly. Like not turn up Molly.
Yeah.
That's one of those drug records. But again, yeah, Tyler, to your point, Tyler being on it, not to say Tyler hasn't done features for people, but he's getting a little bit more active in doing features for artists we wouldn't expect.
2 features on his project.
And produced, I think, both records. I would love for Tyler just to get more in that bag of producing for other people. If he puts a verse on it, even better. But I'd like to see Tyler just produce more for other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I mean, I'd love to give y'all a crazy breakdown, but I'm surprised that it's taken me this long to really try to digest this Snoh album. Yeah. It confused the fuck out of me in the beginning.
It wasn't what we expected.
And I think that's
what we expected.
I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I think artists should confuse the fuck out of you.
Absolutely.
But it is good. It is really good. I do like the up-tempo stuff. I guess if you think about the month it was put out and the time it was put out, I'd probably try to put out that first half of the album to be up-tempo. So shout out to Snoh. I like it. Shout out to No ID.
James Fauntleroy on the album.
Yeah, but I still need the cocaine 80s.
Yeah, I know.
Felt like James just threw a little parsley on it. That's all.
Yeah.
He ain't really getting his bag.
Yeah.
Which is fine though. I like when James pops up. He did it with SZA too. I like when he just throws something on real quick. That's not a full verse. Did you listen to Vince's album?
I did. I like it.
Saw Vince tweet. I think it was him tweeting or retweeted a tweet. that his fan base was saying it doesn't sound like him?
Again, the same thing with the Snoh album. It's fans were expecting something that we already got before, hearing the same type of events that they've heard before, and that's not where he is. You know, he's older. He has more experiences. He has more things to talk about. And I think this is just him expressing that on the album. It's just a different person.
And again, I wouldn't say Vince and I are best friends or even friends in that capacity. We're acquaintances and associates, but even based off just his tweets and his personality and interviews, this album to me sounded like Vince, like more than his other music.
We like a more mature.
I wouldn't even say mature. It just sounds like Vince staples from Long Beach. Like it didn't sound like some of like the summer 06 shit that may have been, I don't want to say it wasn't dancey type shit, but Vince has killed the up-tempo shit before. Like he's done that genre, and in no way is this a YG album, but like it sounded like Vince to me. It sounded like good rapping over good beats. And I know that's like a surface thing to say,
right.
But I was so shocked that Vince had said that his fan base felt like, oh, here it is. Got a lot of people telling me Vince Staples by Vince Staples doesn't sound like me. Make it make sense. We online today troubleshooting. It sounded exactly like Vince to me.
Do you think that's a good thing what he's doing?
Tweeting?
Well, when you tweet what the fans' reaction is to your current project, and then you say we're online today troubleshooting, which means I'm online ready to engage and go back and forth with fans about why y'all feel like this album doesn't sound like me. To me, I think you just opening it, because if we're going to be honest, a lot of people probably didn't hear this Vince Staples album, and they're going to be in his mentions just saying, yo, this shit is trash. So then you get a false gauge of
the strategy to that. And I don't think in any way did Vince do this as a strategy. I don't think he's that type of person. He is an active tweeter, if you will.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't think this was the strategy of like, let's get people to talk about it more. But a lot of people do that in the sense of, it doesn't matter if it's negative. Let's just get everyone to talk about it that usually wouldn't talk about it, because now it's becoming a subject on the timeline. So in some capacity, I think that may have been that. Yeah, I don't think Vince did that here, because Vince is very in tune with his fan base and he actively talks to them. But
right. So look, so somebody says, for me, the bars was but the beats were cool. I just expected it to go harder. And then Vince says, define go harder. When you start doing things like that,
but I know what that means. And listening to the Vince album multiple times at this point, Vince found, and we're going to sound very rap nerdy and corny here, but the pockets Vince found in there, I think people associate rapping and the ability to rap and quote unquote going harder, like this tweet says, to rapping faster.
Is that what you think that the fans think go harder is?
Yes.
More aggressive?
I think, yeah, like if you're going to find a beat that you could just rap straight through to, and then we're going to go to the hook. The beats that Vince has on this are pocket beats, and he has great lyrics, but he's just doing them in a flow that is slower.
Right.
It's just not the same, let me rap. It's not his LA Leakers freestyle.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
And that's music, though. Like, fam, I don't want every rapper to just rap straight fucking through.
Yeah, no.
Like, that shit is annoying at some point.
I understand how you have to please your fan base, and, you know, you have to give them what they want. But I do like the fact that artists, you know, they mature and they grow their sound. They've experienced more. They have more things to talk about. They have different perspectives to talk from now. So I understand, you know, if fans are like, it doesn't really sound like, because when you meet an artist and you fall in love with an artist, you fall in love with what you first heard from him or her.
That's a fact.
And then you want it to kind of stay that. You don't want to grow with the artist, and you know what I mean? And I think as consumers are, well, we all know consumers are lazy, but it's our duty sometimes to grow with the artists that we love and we support and we appreciate. And I think that sometimes we just get stuck in a box, like, you know, a lot of people that love Prince, let's say, you know, Purple Rain is the shit. It's like, do you want Prince to make Purple Rain for the rest of his life? Like, you know what I mean? Or do you want Prince to grow? Like Mary J, they say, oh, when Mary is hurt, when she's going through something, that's when her music is the best. It's like, okay, so you want Mary to be not happy for the rest of her life? Like,
well, I guess that poses the question, do I really care about this artist or do I care about their art?
Right. Right.
That's really where that is. And I don't know where we define fan and stan or where we draw that line. But yeah, there's plenty of people. And again, I empathize with people and do care about their well-being regardless of humanity because I'm auditioning for the Miss America pageant. But yeah, some consumers do not give a fuck about your mind state. They just want you to produce the best music for them. And I almost feel like a lot of stans feel that way too.
Yeah, but that's why I said this what Vince is doing, you know, talking about his album that people are indifferent about online is kind of, I don't know if it's a good idea because you leave yourself open to just have this dialogue with people that, again, they just want the Vince that they fell in love with. They don't want no new shit. They don't want you to try shit as an artist. They don't want you to experiment. Give me the shit that I fell in love with you for and then get the fuck out of my way.
Well, I mean, you just allow more stupidity to come in. Anytime you ask a question on the internet, and I'm guilty of this as of maybe 24 hours ago, you allow more stupidity and opinions that never would have been said to begin with. Now there's a platform. But I don't think this Vince album is like some outer like 808s and heartbreaks version.
Not.
Like it's a great Vince album.
Yeah, it's not. I like it.
Yeah, I think that's
he's
interesting.
Rapping. You know what I'm saying? His good lyrics, his good raps, his good
songs.
His good songs, his good production. It's like, you know, what is it to be upset about? But again, I understand how consumers fall in love with artists and the sound and they don't want that sound to change. So I understand that whole thing.
Did you you see T-Pain on Twitch? I believe it was Twitch.
I didn't see it on Twitch, but I saw the viral clip going around.
We can play a little snippet of it.
God damn it! Do some different music! We have all the shit that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally two niggas with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else!
I get it.
I just appreciate T-Pain. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you know, it's again, and I'm not one of those guys. Like I came up in the era of, you know, when Snoop and Dre and the Chronic and all of that, you know, Doggy Style. My mom would kick my door down if I had Doggy Style playing in the room and tell me to turn that shit off. It's so when you get older, it's just the sound changes and rap. And my mom was a fan of rap. She just didn't understand or appreciate some of the early quote unquote gangster rap from the West Coast that I liked.
Okay.
With Dr. Dre and with Snoop because of the content, you know, the language, you know, I was young, so my mom didn't really want me, you know, taking in that type of shit. But, you know, I look at it like when you look back now, you look at the people and the legacy that gangster rap has produced with Dr. Dre. Look who he is today with Snoop. Look who he is today. You know what I mean? With a lot of these artists from when I was younger. So the new sound of rap, I don't knock it.
But one would say that what Snoop and Dre were doing was completely innovative and not the sound that was happening at all.
How can we say that this isn't innovative with a lot of these?
Oh, I'm not saying that, but
young rappers are doing.
Okay, I'll be the old guy here to say that when Snoop and Dre came out, it was much more innovative than.
But
I think the sound. I think there's a lot of influences. They were also pioneers. You have to add that in.
Oh,
nothing had happened to that degree in hip hop with the G-Funk shit and the type of samples they were using. And that's why Dr. Dre is such a fucking genius. Yes, you can see the direct influences and you can see people chasing sounds much more now than you could then. And that also has to do with pioneers and how many people were even rapping and them kind of recreating the genre in the early part of that.
Right.
But I have to be objective here because I came in here and I killed Usher.
Did you?
For saying what he said about T-Pain.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes.
I did come in here and say that. And to some degree, I have to be objective and not a hypocrite. Or maybe I'm being a hypocrite here. You guys decide. This could be kind of what Usher is saying because I think a lot of these artists down to Lil Baby derive from T-Pain.
Explain.
I think Pain he of course was not the first person to use autotune, but making autotune so popular amongst that time and in the genre specifically of rap and R&B, turning the autotune all the way up, did bring in a lot of it, and this is not about Baby, Lil Baby, Yachty, any of the artists that he mentioned, but just the idea of him saying, we already have these guys, why is everyone else trying to make this music?
Right. Which I understand.
He did make music in this era easier to make for the novice. Baby is not a novice. Yachty's not a novice. Anyone he named there is not, but everyone else can now make music easier because the auto-tune sound and the electronic sound is so easy to fucking, all I need is my laptop and this mic. And I can sound great.
Right.
So it has every idiot that does not really care about music going out to make it, and eventually an idiot song is going to catch. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. And it's happened a million times, and we see the people that really care about music, people that use auto-tune and don't. We see the difference. So I can see Usher sitting back watching this clip going, fam, this is what I was talking about.
Right.
You may have ruined music. I have to be objective. Because I'd be a hypocrite to not take this point and go, well, all right, maybe this is what Usher was saying. I disagree with Usher still, and I'm standing on that, and I think it was corny.
Right.
And I still stand with T-Pain. I'm a T-Pain stan. And I don't think he ruined music, and I don't think anything is wrong here. And I think every artist he named is amazing. I just, what did you expect? Like, music is the easiest it's ever been to make right now. I'm not saying good music at all.
No, I get what you mean.
And also, I don't think that's fair too, because I think there's plenty of artists that are making innovative music right now. Like, you can't scream this when Tyler's album just came out and is selling what it's selling.
Right.
Can't say that when Cole's shit is selling what it's selling. If you want to talk about all the people chasing the sound, the current sound, and chasing the babies of the world, that's gonna it's inevitable.
Yeah, whenever anything pops and anything like blows up, you're gonna get a whole wave of, kids trying that.
Who didn't have a clothing brand in 2010?
Yeah,
once pressing t-shirts became easier, everyone had a t-shirt company, and then we saw who was good at it and who really wasn't, and it faded.
Podcasting,
mixtapes, anything. It's the same thing. And again, I do want to say I think Payne was kind of just being a little funny, and I don't think he was being super serious in his
he
tone.
wasn't shitting on the artist he was naming. He was just saying, like, we already have them.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to be them. Stop trying to sound like them. Like, find your sound. Find who you are. Find your stories. Find your energy, and then you put that out into the world. For me, a lot of the new shit that I had to realize is that when I'm listening, because again, I started listening to a lot of these cats with the same ears I grew up with. Like the ears that I was listening to Nas and Jay and Big and Bone Thugs and Dre and Snoop. And it's like, I can't try to listen to this generation with those ears because they're not saying the same things.
No.
They're not, they're not creating it the same way. Like a lot of the new shit, I noticed like the whole entire song sounds like a hook because there's so much melody and rapping now. Where it's like the verse sounds like the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, okay, I get what they doing. Like, this is they bounce. This is they wave. This is how they write their bars, like, and with melodies, and now the verses sound like the hook. Then when you get back to the hook, it's kind of like little remnants of the melody that was in the verse. Like, so it's like, you just got to understand the way this generation constructs their art. And that's all it is. Like, I tell that to a lot of, cats my age. I'm like, y'all got to stop listening to these younger artists with these, older generation ears. Like, they're not saying the same things that Jay was saying, that Nas was saying, that, they're not constructing these bars. It's not 16 in a hook no more. The songs are not even structured the same anymore. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes now they come right in with a hook.
Oh, of course.
And then I'm like, oh shit, that's the verse. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like with the streaming,
you got to catch people's attention right away.
I was looking at Blues album that came out, and we were looking at all the features. And I'm like, damn, like, okay, this is a lot of features, but I get it. With the streaming era, you have to collab. You have to get these artists that may have a bigger name, a bigger following. Once they see their name, they're going to click on it. Like, so you got to understand the way the game is being played now. It's just different.
It's no different than word to it. It's the primary artist hustle.
Yeah, but it's no different than
Blue had what, John Legend on his intro.
Everybody.
I don't know if John Legend is a primary artist. And that primary artist, for people that don't, on streaming, you'll see sometimes it'll say the artist and then featuring in the title.
Yes.
Then other times it'll say the artist and the artist.
Yes.
Primary artist means it's now on their page.
Yeah, it's going through their Apple. Yeah.
So when you click John Legend's page, I don't know if he's primary artist, just an example, it would have that Blue song right there. So all John Legend's fans will go right to that song. So you're playing that fucking game, and Also, it's interesting you brought up how artists are making songs now, rappers in particular. In so many R&B sessions, a lot of time, if there's a beat playing or a riff or anything, R&B artists will just take a mic and just hum melodies and try to find their way through that and then put words to the melodies later. They'll just find the melody through the whole thing and put words later.
Yeah.
Rappers are doing that now too. It's not so much pen to pad or even going in and rapping the way Jay does or how a lot of rappers claim they used to once Jay said, I don't write shit down. They're literally doing the melodic thing on rap records and then placing the words later.
Right.
Like, they're creating songs that are not in the same format, which is whatever. And Payne is allowed to say everything he wants to because he's an innovator and change music. So I'm never mad at
the sentiment though. I understand what he's saying. It's like, you know, it's okay to be inspired because we're all inspired by those before us. And so you draw inspiration from artists and from athletes or whoever that you look up to. But I think more so what he's saying is you have to have some type of uniqueness to it though. Like you have to still insert yourself and who you really are into your artistry. It's okay to want to use some of the same color palettes as the Baby and Little Baby when you're painting, but you can't, you know, try to mimic their stroke of the brush and, you know what I mean? Like you can't go all the way there with it. You can use some of the same colors, but don't try to emulate exactly what the person did. And we can wrap this up, but I think you made a lot of interesting points that I just wanted to comment on. When you said you don't go into this new era with your old head ears, that's another thing that people, because to me, a lot of these dudes sound exactly the same. Absolutely. But I'm not invested in this sound the same way. I know there's older people when I was growing up that would say to me that all the music I was listening to, all the guys sounded the same. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy. They don't sound the same. Right. They just had a different era's ears. It's like, dog, I'm invested in this. I can tell where they sound different. Right. To me, a lot of these young dudes sound the same. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm not invested in that sound. And some of them are named almost the same. Their name's almost the same. So it's like, who am I? Who is this? So I can see the younger kids being like, no, this song sounds drastically different than this song. And me going, you're fucking nuts. No, it doesn't. No, for sure. But that happened to me too. It's a cycle, bro. That shit happened to me too. It's a cycle. It comes back around. So we are now our parents when it comes to this music shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's you laugh at it. It's like, oh shit, I understand. I think with the internet, we can all find the music we like so easily. Absolutely. So like, I've been trying not to shit on stuff I don't like. Yeah, it's like fam, it's not made for me. Yeah, it's not. I can go find the shit I love. Exactly. And that's why it's fine. It's like, it's not for me. I'll listen to a lot of these artists that come out and I'm just like, okay, I won't go back to that. I won't replay that again. But I understand and I respect the fact that this generation has found their sound, has found their niche, and has carved their way in the culture. And listen, as long as they're doing something positive and they're making money for themselves and their families to live a better life, I'm not knocking it. Listen, I'm with it. But we can't go back to our era at least. Styles album is crazy. Styles. See, now we talking. see, now it's a different appreciation. You know what I'm saying? It's something for all of us. That's true. You know what I mean? It's something for all of us. Styles put out his album. What is the name of it? Ghostin', yes. Ghostin'. Listened to it over the weekend. He got some joints on here, man. Styles is still in shape. Consistency. I'm putting Styles in top 7 or 8 most consistent rappers of all time. I'm not mad at that. And you know what I love about Styles? He's still, to what the fan said, the Vince, he's still going hard, but it's like, I love the fact that the content has kind of like, you know what I mean? Now he's like, now I'm selling juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's fly. It's like, he's selling juice. He on the sea moss. He's like, yo, alkaline body. I'm never taking the vaccine. Like, he putting those type of bars in it where it's still Styles, but he's just showing you growth. Like, I'm on a different. The actual lyrics haven't changed as far as how top tier them shits have been. Right. Listen, man, when we had Styles at the Barclays for Palooza, he was in the green room and took out a blanket and kicked his shoes off and just laid on the blanket, chilling with his wife, kicking it. Yeah. Like, it was the most beautiful thing in the world to see. I loved watching that. The maturation of the ghost. Like, he's like, we chilling, man. So, hey, it might be people delayed. Styles, like, we cool, man. We chilling. No problem. I had my green juice today. All is well. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dope to see older rappers grow old in the culture and still look good. Like, we was talking about the Verzuz with Keith Sweat and Bobby. And And I was saying how Keith Sweat still looks, you know what I mean? Like he's in shape.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he fell on hard times. Like he still looks like I like when artists that I grew up on as I get older and obviously as they get older, they're still like, oh, they still look good though. They don't look crazy. They're not out here looking like, you know, like they're doing bad. I like that. And Styles is one of those artists that, especially coming from rap, in the late 90s, early 2000s, you would have never thought that this is the Styles that we would have.
But that's what's so great about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, hip hop, of course, is still a young man's game, whether we like it or not. It's just great to see those type of artists specifically aging so well, aging gracefully, being great examples for how to age in hip hop, how to continue to make money in hip hop, how to still work at that age where it's like, hey, am I too old to put music out? And no, you're not. There's still a whole fan base of people that grew up with you. Like we're all old over here too.
Right.
So,
I love it.
Shout out to Styles. I think that's a good segue.
Love his project. Yeah, the Verzuz. Not the one we thought was going to be announced, but
maybe the greatest Verzuz announcement of all time.
This is up there. This is definitely one of
to me.
Yeah,
to
no.
Just to me.
I think to most people from our culture though.
I'm well aware of all the announcements. I'm well aware you guys are going to kill me.
Yeah,
to
no.
me.
This is definitely one of the ones because you know why? I don't think that we saw this one coming.
No, not at all.
This was like blindsided. This came out of nowhere. I just looked up and I was like, the Locks versus Dipset.
And I just didn't think anyone would ever want to play with Kiss after they watched Kiss on Verzuz.
Right.
Then you add in Sheik and Styles, and it's like, all right, I don't know if I want to play with them.
When we sat down with Jim, did he allude to this?
No, we talked G Unit versus Dipset.
He didn't say the Locks.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But we were talking about G Unit and Dipset, or when he called in. I don't know if it was when he called in or sat with us, but
yeah, this one is
at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, this. Listen, man, this is either gonna be a beautiful night or it's gonna boost the crime rate in the city, man. It's gonna it's gonna go one or two ways. Nah, I'm hoping it's a beautiful night.
I think it's gonna be super peaceful, and I think that's what's again talking about Styles and how he's aged in hip hop and how gracefully he's aged. I think it's gonna be such a beautiful night.
No, I'm hoping for a beautiful night, and listen, you know, I love our culture. But you know, some things come with our culture, man. And if you start playing certain records in the spot, it's just that energy is just like, yo, listen, homie, right here, I'll pop on this nigga. Like, I don't know him. He didn't do anything. But Wild Out is on. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a certain, and if it looked like you leaning more towards Dipset and I'm leaning more toward the Locks and we right here, it could go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to start rapping my Kiss bars at you. You're going to start rapping your Can bars at me. And it's like, yo, but I'll punch you in your face though. Like, let's just keep it, let's keep that energy right there. Like, you know, you still get punched in your mouth in here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all jokes aside, this is beautiful, man. I love it. I was kind of falling off the Verzuz thing now that you know everything is back open.
Yeah,
but I like this.
I've been rushing to them the same way I was before.
Yeah, but I like this because Madison Square Garden first and foremost. I don't know if it's open to the general. I don't know how they're doing this yet. I
would hope it would be.
Yeah, I haven't asked any of these type of questions, but if it's open to the general public, I think this is gonna be sold out.
Yeah. Seconds.
And I just like the fact that it's a Verzuz thing, which means now people that are not in the New York area still get to experience and see this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things where I'm just like, this is a win for rap, hip hop culture, New York rap culture, for the Locks, for the Diplomats.
All that shit is fun. Who you got, man?
Damn, I didn't think you was gonna go there.
Who you got? I don't care. It's a win for everyone. We love the Locks. We love Dipset. They're staples in our lives forever.
I don't
Fuck
know
all the love. Who do you have?
Okay, let me just ask this one question before I answer that question. Are they only playing their group records or are they playing solo records from members of the group?
So I have two cop-outs. My first cop-out was, what are the rules?
Yeah, I need to know.
I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, but before I can answer that, I need to know because if you're allowing Jim to play solo records and you're allowing, you know, Kiss and Styles and all them and if they're playing solo records, it might be hard to beat the Diplomats. So
to that point, I had said when we were talking to Jimmy about G Unit and Dipset, I was like, I would like to see where, all right, first 5 records are Cam versus 50. then if you did solo records for the first 5, then group records for the first 5, and then
that's what
if there's a way to do a structure, that could be really cool. All right, then it's just group records to end.
Yes,
that could be really dope. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do,
but if it's all crew records, I gotta go with the locks.
Here's my second cop out. I think there's gonna be a New York score, and then I think there's gonna be a worldwide score. I don't think you're beating the locks in a worldwide score.
Worldwide, you think the locks win?
And that's and by the way, Dipset is worldwide. Don't get it fucking twisted.
Oh no, for sure.
I'm just saying,
why this is happening.
Like, I just think with some of the lock shit, because they were in that bad boy era and that machine, and of course the music that they made, a lot of their bigger records or the stuff that they're on went crazy. We saw that in Kiss's battle against Fab.
Right.
It was like, dog, how could you even compete against? This is a fucking staple in every country in the fucking world type shit. Dipset, of course, is worldwide. Don't get that twisted. But New York, that shit just hits a little different compared to, I think, some of the Locks' bigger songs. Locks definitely has the New York records. I'm not saying
I'm opposite with you on this though. I think that I think the New York score,
maybe
Locks
that's our
win.
age difference.
Yeah, I think the Locks wins with the New York score.
Really?
I think globally, Diplomats might be a bigger brand and more. That more people know them globally than the Locks, maybe?
I think they're records. I'm not saying they're brands. I think Dipset, I think people that don't even listen
if you know the brand, you got to know
I think people that wear Dipset stuff may only know one song or 2 songs. I think it's become so trendy because they're so cool to just wear, like, almost to the way people, like, nerds wear Jay Dilla shirts, and I'm like, do you even listen to Jay Dilla? It's just been cool to wear it.
Right.
Dipset has surpassed music so much that it's just, Dipset is that dude. So
yeah,
Locks, I think, with music has done that with records all about the Benjamins and shit like that. And I think this is probably our age difference here when I'm saying Dipset with the New York records, because I was finally started going outside when Dipset really hit.
Yeah.
When Locks was doing just the New York records,
yeah. See, I wasn't
outside, in the tunnel. I mean, granted, I know them.
I wasn't
and
in the
love those
tunnel
records,
either. I was young. I wasn't in the tunnel either, but it's a certain love that, if you from New York City, and I'll say if you was in high school, if you were in high school when the Locks came out, because to me, when you're in high school, you're traveling, getting on the train, the subway, the bus,
finally starting to live.
Your friends in different neighborhoods, going to their houses on the weekend, so you kind of like moving around the city a little bit, and just that energy when the Locks came out. If you were in high school around that time, it's a different connection that you have to that.
And that's why I say our age difference.
Yeah.
Dipset really hit.
That was your high school.
Dipset, of course, Cam and Jim was already doing shit, but high school was when it was the Diplomats.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Like, period.
No, I get it. I definitely understand. But either way, man, I just love this. And the fact that they're doing it at the Garden, which means they're gonna be on stage, and it's gonna be, I think this is dope. I thought about going. I'm like, I gotta get in the MSG that night.
I'm going.
But
1,000% going.
I don't know because you kind of enjoy the records more when you're watching it. Like, if you're not there.
I disagree.
Well, for this one,
I gotta be there.
Yeah, I thought about it. But if I'm just giving you an answer on who I got right now, not knowing anything, the rules, whatever, I got the Locks in 7 games, man.
Okay.
Locks in 7.
It's funny. I agree with you, but just to make this interesting, I may be able to argue that
it's
Dipset
hard
could
to
win
beat
this.
the Benjamins, bro.
it's impossible.
You know what I'm saying?
There's not a better song. It's not even
once
fair.
You play that, and then it's like we got other shit that we could. And Jim and Cam and Joel's, they got some fucking anthems. Don't get it twisted. It all comes down to what we all say. It's how you play your cards. It's when you play what.
Yeah,
it's when you play what. But at this point, it don't even matter. Just let the Locks in.
Every crazy Dipset song that I'm thinking of, I could think of a Locks song or someone in the Locks that could retort that record.
Exactly. That's why this night.
And vice versa, except for the Benjamins. Because I don't think there's a song that could go against the Benjamins.
The Benjamins is a win. Whenever you play it, whoever you play it against, it's a win.
I think it's Benjamins and Juicy, the 1A and 1B of the greatest rap songs ever.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure. But it's gonna be dope, man. This because like I said, this came. I didn't know anything. I didn't even hear anything about this happening.
No, neither did I.
And I looked up and it was like announced. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Thought it was a Twitter joke.
Yeah, me too. Then I seen at Madison Square Garden. I was like, no, this is not.
That's when I really thought it was a Twitter
I'm like,
joke.
this is
too
not
good
a real,
to be true.
Yeah,
They
this
wouldn't
is
do
not a
this.
real thing, but it's real. It's happening, and I'm excited for it. And
Listen, I'm gonna buy.
locks and seven.
If we can, I'm gonna buy my ticket and go sit in a nice seat, a distance.
No, I
away.
want nosebleeds.
Yeah, no, I want to be
Yeah, that
nowhere
night,
near.
yeah, I
no, I
wanna
just
be-
want to watch.
I want to be next to Messier's jersey,
Yes.
like in the stands. Put me right under Messier's jersey.
Put me under the 1973 Knicks championship.
Yeah, put me way up there in the back, and you know what I mean. Let
Yeah,
me smoke
watch from
my
a
bud.
distance and
Yeah,
just enjoy
let me,
it.
just let me chill, man.
But
I
I
don't
do
want
wanna
no
be
parts of
there.
that. But yeah, I do think I want to be in the building for that though, because I think
Just
it's a
far away.
historic night. Yeah, just far in the corner of the building.
Candace Parker's on the cover of 2K.
Congrats to Candace.
Congrats.
One of the greatest female athletes of our time.
Are they adding like a WNBA feature to 2K or?
I'm
Game mode?
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I have
stupid.
seen.
I'm not a video game guy.
Yeah,
so
I
don't kill
haven't
me.
played. I have fallen off the 2K wagon for years. I have not played 2K. It got too weird. It got too technical. Like I started missing wide open layups one year, and I was just like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" Like I'm by myself at the rim and I'm missing layups. So I was just like, "All right." And then my homeboy's like, "Yo, you know, if you tap it too soon, I'm just like, all right." When they start doing that, I'm checked out.
I went through the same struggle because
Yeah,
when
I'm
I
checked out.
bought an Xbox and don't kill me PS7 people because I announced that during quarantine. I was like, hey, just bought an Xbox. It's been a while since I played video
killed you
games.
for that.
Murdered me.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was a PlayStation kid growing up. I just bought an Xbox because I thought that's what everyone was on.
Yeah.
I bought 2K and I couldn't
No.
do. And I was like, all right, at least Madden is still the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I
no,
was
this is-
balling in Madden.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a thing on 2K rookie.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you even dribble in this fucking game?
It's two games that I played years ago that made me completely stop playing because I just felt like a piece of shit and I just didn't know what I was doing. It was 2K and FIFA. Now, if you ever play FIFA,
I used to be nice.
you have to work really hard to get near the goal and get a clear shot. The thing with me is I would get near the goal,
Yeah.
but I would kick that shit all the way in the fucking stands. And I'm just like, all right, fam, like, how do I kick this ball into the fucking goal?
Sometimes that's a metaphor for life, Mo.
It is a metaphor for life. You
gotta understand.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. But yes, I stopped playing because these games just got too technical. I guess getting the cover is still a big deal if you're an athlete because it is the cover of one of the more popular games in the
And it's
world.
a great cover too.
Shout out to Katie. I seen he's on one of the covers. They have a version with Katie on it.
Dope.
Luca, who
Shout
I
out to
think
Katie.
is going to be the face of international basketball for a lot of years.
Because he's white.
Well, no, he's one of the greatest international players ever, Rory. That's why. That's why. Yeah, but I'm not playing this shit, man. I fell off the 2K bandwagon years ago. I can't play it no more. It's too technical. I missed a wide open layup with somebody who fucking dunks everything at the rim at that. So
Listen, man, I come from the NBA Live era when Jordan was player number 99. So
yeah,
this ain't just ain't for me no more.
yeah, this ain't it for me. But the cover looks cool. It looks like a cool piece of art.
I come from the NBA Live era when you had to sub in Kobe.
Oh my God, you haven't played. That was years ago.
It was NBA Live 98 maybe?
Yeah, that was
97?
Subbing in Kobe. That just sounds.
I swear
crazy.
to God. I vividly remember that. Pierre Moss fashion show looked crazy. That just looked beautiful. Just shout out to that entire event.
At Madam C.J. Walker's estate.
Yeah, I just knew it was upstate. That's all I knew.
It was at Madam C.J. Walker's estate, I believe, which is historical and it's full circle. It shows how far we've come, how many barriers she helped to knock down for us in fashion and beauty. And shout out to Pierre Moore, shout out to Kirby.
Yeah, for sure. No, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
That was one of those which I rarely have, the FOMO shit. I was looking at that shit like, damn, that would be something
It was fly.
I would really go to
Yeah,
that.
it was dope.
That looked really dope. Cribs is coming back on MTV.
How do we feel about
let's
that?
just leave that there to fester.
Is this do you smell a rollout? Is this part of the rollouts?
It may be. I just think Cribs is a little different now because of the internet.
Yeah, they show
People
us
are
their
too
cribs.
accessible. Like,
Yeah, they show us their cribs every day on Instagram.
yeah, and we could easily know who's lying when we didn't know
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I remember watching Ja Rule on MTV Cribs, not even knowing how to navigate the house.
I mean, listen, man, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got
Like
here.
he had no idea where he was.
Yeah, I just got here. What do you want me to do?
Like, yo, I'm in Miami, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't know what this door does or where it leads to, but I'm
You
here.
was probably Hope was at this in this Cribs.
I was not there. Bro.
You was definitely
I
in
know.
the
I heard
backyard.
you about to get your joke off. I was not there. Was nowhere near that house. Was nowhere near
I don't know why
Miami
you always
at
think I'm
that
joking.
time.
I just assume you'd be there.
No, I wasn't there, Rory. No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Have you watched Dave on FX season 2?
I didn't
6
see.
episodes in.
I didn't see. I watched the first 2 episodes. One of my favorite shows, man.
No, it's fucking
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's one of my favorite
really
shows. I started following him on Instagram. I didn't even know he had an Instagram.
I don't know if I'm that invested in Little Dicky.
No, I'm not invested.
I mean, if you're pausing me for Meatpacking, I'm pausing you for being invested in Little Dicky. But
Yeah, that was nasty. That was disgusting. And I think I tripled on the I'm invested, right? I said it 3 times.
you
Yeah,
double it. I tried to give you a way out
Yeah,
too.
who am I becoming? This is disgusting. Get a hold of yourself.
But no, the show is fucking great. I'm never gonna. Well, yes, I am the guy that says you can. It's hard to top your first album. Season 1 was incredible.
Yeah.
Season 2 is good so far. It's definitely
the one thing I do notice is
to my expectations.
the budget is definitely bigger.
Oh, for sure,
For season, like the budget, I'm like, okay, you can see where the money went.
for sure. But no, it's a phenomenal show. It's amazing writing. I can't speak enough on the Dave show. It just makes me want Atlanta to come back too.
Yeah. Atlanta was another show that I think not enough people paid attention to when it was when it debuted. I don't think a lot of people enough people paid attention to Atlanta.
Was it the episode 1 of Dave when? And I don't want to spoil things, but it's been out for a minute, so fuck y'all. The K-pop episode, was that episode 1?
On the first season?
No, second season. The Korean pop shit. Maybe it was the second episode.
I think it was the second.
Well, the K-pop artist, her stunt double jumps off the building.
It may have been
commits
it may have been
suicide.
the first. It may have been the first.
Part of me, and this is gonna make me sound really sick, I thought she did kill herself, and I was like, oh, this is about to be the greatest season of all time. If on FX people are offing themselves from buildings. I was mad when, that's how sick I am. When she hit we realized it was a pad, and that wasn't even her. I was like, oh damn.
Yo,
I thought Dave was taking it there.
Look at what you get upset about. No, Dave is not being that dark.
I did like that Andrew Santino, is that his last name? He's a really funny comedian. I like his stand-up. I like his podcast too. Andrew Santino finally talked about the plight of redheads. You guys just don't really understand like what that was like to grow up as a pale-skinned redhead kid. It was like, it was a bully. It was the fucking bull to the red thing.
Yeah. But you know how it is. All you gotta do is punch one bully in the nose one time.
Oh, I mean,
that ends everything. That's what I'm trying to tell these young kids. I'm like, just punch one kid in the face.
My dad told me that at a young age, and I tried it, and I still got beat up.
But at least, but it's a different beat up though. Like they're not.
Oh, for sure.
Like now they're like, oh,
they
he'll
don't play
fight
with
back.
you a little
Yeah, like now they're like, no, he'll fight back. Like you got to really fuck him up.
But I will say, I did always kind of like, I hated being a redhead growing up because, like, jokes aside, that is like the number one let's go pick on him thing.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I kind of appreciate it now because that's the only thing they focused on. Like in those like roasting sessions of like, it would just go right to the most stereotypical redhead jokes. And like I was all right and kind of funny and could snap a little bit. They only just went to like they never like really dissected me.
They didn't really break you down.
They just stayed at the redhead shit. Like it could have got nastier for me.
See, that's interesting because there are more similarities in our culture than as a redhead growing up, they went to that.
Yeah.
As a black kid growing up, if something was missing, they went to that. It was just us. It was like, yo, you be stealing shit. Your mom's just broke. It's like, it always went to like financial, like, it's like, fam, it's more to me than just like, there's other things you could joke on. Like, you could stop talking about my financial troubles. Like,
but as you got older, that kind of separated the snappers from the, like, when they started getting into other shit. Like, when they started dissecting your ankles, it was like, all right, fam, I can't wear ankle socks anymore.
But that was the thing. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you learned how to dress from getting snapped on.
To this day.
You know what I'm saying? Like on my block, it was literally like everybody would be on like the far corner. Like everybody would come from all the buildings and it would just stand on one corner. And so my building, when I used to come out the building, I used to have to walk to the right, to the corner. And literally, I'm talking about from the time you lock eyes with the homies on the corner, you could tell if your fit was trash or not. Because if niggas just fall out and start laughing and I'm the only one walking towards the corner.
Especially if you're walking with confidence. That's
it's
the
like,
worst.
yo, come on. I thought this was it, fellas. Like, and then they just kill you for it. And then you can't go change because it makes it worse.
Or when you try to avoid, because you know how you look, and you try to avoid where you know people are going to be, and you still run into them, and then they go run to where everyone is to let everyone know how they saw you.
Oh my God. And nothing is worse than walking up to your friends while they're laughing about your outfit and you trying to give them dap and say what's up. Like everyone's on the floor laughing. They don't want to shake your hand right. They don't want to give you dap. What are you wearing? I'm like, fam, I got on the new J's. These are new. None of y'all have these.
Yeah, but
maybe I didn't go all the way with the lay like I should have, but y'all don't, because that was the thing. As long as you had the current sneakers on, you could have on. We wore Gap jeans. That was the jeans when I was, in high school.
Like there would be dudes that would have the new Jordans, but they would lace them too fucking tight and the edges would touch.
Just sauce.
You lay in with some corduroys and
it was
like, all right, I don't care that you have the new shoes.
That's how you learn sauce, though. That's how you had to learn. You had to get snapped on. Your friends had to laugh at you and tell you look ridiculous. And then you learn next time when you putting your outfit out on the bed, like, nah, they gonna laugh at this one.
And but also that's when like they really found out if you came from a poor family, because you would come with like the new sneakers week 1 of like school. And then like Christmas would come around and you were still wearing the same. Yeah,
it's like, you didn't get the.
So even if you got the compliment, like on the first day of school,
they would still watch you to see how consistent you were. Yeah, you got to be consistent. Yo, like,
that's how sick teenage boys are. Like they will sit and wait on the roast for 6. They'll be patient.
Absolutely.
That's
part of being a great.
He look all right. That's cool now. I'll give him his props.
Let me
now.
see.
6 months.
Let me see if you're gonna be consistent though. But that was part of it. Like those are the things to me that made you who you are. Like those are important times in growing up. You had to get snapped on by your friends. It was part of growing up, man. And
it started to let you know what you're comfortable with. Like, fam, you think I'm wearing striped gray pants right now? Right. If that didn't come from me getting roasted.
Exactly.
Like, I'm confident in wearing these. You know what I could do with them.
You have to.
Only because I've been killed forever.
Exactly. These
like I know who I am now. I know how to pull shit off.
But now I don't even know if kids really go through that anymore now. Because all these young cats is wearing Balenciaga. Like these niggas be wearing $800 jeans. Man.
I don't feel for the kids. I feel for their parents.
Shit, the parents they getting it from somewhere.
The sneakers I wanted, granted, were expensive for my mom, but I was never asking for no designer shit.
But sneakers weren't even as expensive back when I was in high school. Yeah. Like Jordans was maybe the most expensive at like $100.
I was about to say like 110 maybe.
Yeah, maybe at that. And that was like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? You can get everything else, but you getting one pair of these. But I don't know. These cats now, they wearing $800 Chanel sneakers to school.
Yeah, and they're roasting each other online, so it don't count to me.
Yeah,
It just doesn't. It doesn't count to me. It doesn't. Because you don't even know how far that could go to like
and you got to hear the
fight
joke.
With your friend.
You can't read the joke. You got to hear it.
There has to be delivery.
Yeah.
But I miss delivery. BMF show, executive produced by 50, September 26th on Stars.
Okay.
Trailer looked crazy. Looked like it was shot like for real.
This is the BMF one? Okay, I didn't
BMF show. Yeah, it's got like it looks like the same. They use the same lenses as Snowfall. Like the shit is shot really well.
It looks like a movie.
Exactly. I'm really excited for this. 50 hasn't missed on Stars. 50 hasn't missed with a show in a really long time.
He's dominating the television game right now, and I like it because it's an extension of storytelling through hip hop, through rap, and he's just taking stories that are important to our culture and just putting them on the screen so that people can receive it in a different way.
What's has there been a latest on Meech's status? I haven't heard anything in a long time.
No, but he should be coming home soon.
I thought so.
Yeah, he should be coming home soon because he's been away for a lot of years. So what did he get, 20 years?
I think he got somewhere around there. Can you look up Meech's what Meech's sentence was? Because I feel like he should be coming home soon. Let's quickly look at this. All right, he got 30.
Oh, in May 2020, Big Meech asked to leave federal prison 11 years early. He was rejected, appealed the decision, and was again rejected. The brothers were both arrested in 2005 and 2008. Both were sentenced to 30 years in federal prison.
Okay.
So 30 years in 2008. Yeah,
he's close to half done. I mean, if he has more appeals, we'll see. Because I know there was some weird fugazi shit in that trial where they kind of had a real reason to appeal on what was going on. But
nonetheless, a legend of our culture, you know, one of the biggest figures in our culture. And again, shout out to 50 for putting this story together and putting it on the screen so people can see it.
yeah, and I think again, I want to put out false facts, but I'm under the impression that Meech's son was heavily involved with 50 in putting this together, which I think
respect that.
I love that.
I respect that.
I remember them talking early when 50 was pitching this to Stars and that entire thing. I don't know what the status is now, but I know early that Meech's son was involved. So I think that's great that his family can be part of, you know, a situation that did turn out a bit tragic. So yeah, but that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nah, man. No, I don't have anything else. Nah. Sports.
Cash Doll's in it, as she should be. Detroit story.
Dope. I didn't know that. Okay.
You should have.
Should have. You're right. She ain't even called me. She ain't even called me and tell me she was shooting this.
I mean, NDAs, you know how those go.
Can't even tell him like, nah. Can't even tell him what I'm doing. I'm not doing that.
They tracking the iMessage.
Something else.
You were saying sports. Series tied 2-2 as we're recording this.
Oh yeah, man.
That changed a bit.
Yeah, I'm a little scared now, man.
Me too.
For Chris Paul, man. It's gonna break my heart if Chris don't get it this year, man. It's gonna break my heart. I'm rooting for them. I think they're still gonna win it. I think Milwaukee did what they were supposed to do. They went home and they protected home court and they won both games. But the ref, and I don't like to. I'm not one of those guys that watch sports and blames the refs, but the refs do have a significant amount of influence on the game. And the refs just need to be more consistent. That's all. I'm not going to nitpick and say, but game 4, down this, you know, towards the end of the game, it just was a little too inconsistent for me with the calls. They missed a lot of calls. The out of bounds off of Devin Booker when it wasn't even out of bounds off of him. But then they gave it back because they could have called him for a 6th foul and they didn't. But it's just like those things to me, you know, it goes, it just sways the game in a different way, man. So, and I get it. They on the court, they have to call things in real time as it's happening. That's not easy to do. But I mean, we gotta do something. It has to be a little more consistent. But I think it's a great finals. I'm not mad. I did have the Suns in 4. But looking at the series now, I'm not mad at seeing 7 games of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
this close, this exciting. I'm not mad at it. I think it's a lot of good players on the floor. It's fun basketball. I'm not mad at it. I still have the Suns winning though. I think Chris Paul and Devin Booker they might be a little too much in a 7-game series.
You think Suns in 7?
If it goes 7, yeah, Suns in 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I still got the.
I think it'll go 7.
Yeah, I still got the Suns winning it. And game 7 would be in Phoenix, so.
Yeah, off these last 2 games, I can't really see one of these teams winning 2 in a row right now.
Yeah, it was, again, man, the Suns just, you know, I think when they won those first 2 games, I think they may have felt like Milwaukee was just going to lay down and just give up and just kind of like we down 2-0 and whatever. But I think Phoenix, I think they have enough to figure this shit out going back home, getting a win in game 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Any Knicks insider information? We getting a point guard? Like, can you?
Nah,
can you
I don't know, man. I haven't spoken to Julius, and not like he would tell me. Not like I would ask. I wouldn't even ask him what they doing. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do. They do need a point guard. They do need a point guard, but I don't know. I don't know what the Knicks
get in the front office, man.
They need me in the front office, and Knicks.
I'm just saying, go to the front, like
just stand in front of the office.
Just go stand in front of the office and start yelling shit. You, we need a point guard.
We need a point guard in this fucking building. Yeah,
I'm walking around. I don't see a point anywhere.
Yeah, man. I don't know. The Knicks. Hopefully they get one though, because they got exposed in that series against Atlanta. I feel like they should have beat Atlanta. I still do.
Well, I think a lot of people didn't realize Atlanta was for real the way they was for real in this
No,
playoff
I knew
series.
they would. I knew Atlanta was for real, but I just felt like the Knicks they played so much better in the regular season, and Trae Young was just, again, they got exposed at the point guard spot. They was asking D Rose a little bit too much to do and carry too much of the load. Julius didn't play, as well as he could have. But they'll be back. They'll be back next year. I think the Knicks are going to be a consistent playoff team.
Yeah. That one.
What you got planned for? Atlanta.
I'll be in Atlanta
LA.
right now.
I think I'm gonna meet you in LA. I think,
we should do something.
I think we could get some shit done in LA.
I'll be hiding in Atlanta. It's too wild out there for me.
Atlanta.
So yeah, I'll be.
I love Atlanta.
I'll be studio to hotel. I love Atlanta too.
Yeah.
I just know when I'm out there alone, it's probably better to just
Work.
go to the studio and go to the hotel.
Just work.
I'm not.
You gotta leave. It's to eat and right back to work, man.
So I'll be laying low. I'll be at JR Crickets maybe takeout.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm gonna meet you in LA. We get some work done, man. Enjoy some good weather. I don't know. Maybe hit a few parties.
We shall see.
Yeah, see, you got your good cut. You got to go out when you got the good cut.
And knock on wood, I don't feel sick. And last time we were in LA, I was, I think, physically dying.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll actually go outside this time.
This is your rematch. You get to fight LA again. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully I don't McGregor my ankle.
Right.
But I think that's I'm sorry. It's my Irish brethren.
How did you feel about that?
I
think he might be done, man.
I think he thinks he might be done prior to this fight too.
I think he's done. I think McGregor. I think with that injury one. I don't think that his main focus is fighting anymore.
I don't think it has been for a little while now.
Yeah, I think that fire that he had climbing, to success. I think once you attain it, it's hard to keep that same hunger because now you've reached your goals. I mean, of course you can keep setting goals, but just looking at McGregor the last few fights, he doesn't look like he's all the way there.
Yeah,
it looked like he's kind of like he expects to just walk in the ring and that cats are just gonna lay down but that's not how he has a target. They don't like him.
Fighters are running backs. Like to see a fighter have longevity is a rare fucking thing, dog. Like even the greatest, you got a couple years in you. Like
for sure.
It's too violent.
For sure.
Running backs, the greatest running backs, like they don't have the longest seat. It's the most violent fucking position. Like you're just grabbing a ball and running into larger dudes. Boxing, MMA, you just getting your fucking head kicked in. How long can you really do it?
Yeah, it might be over for Conor, but he's a legend.
Oh, without
a doubt, he's a legend. So, but that was he was losing that, and he was losing that fight before the injury. He was getting his ass kicked. So it's not even. I'm not even thinking about the injury. Just looking at the fight before the injury, it was just like he's just not there. He's not there. So I think it might be time for him to hang it up and just get into the promotion side, or go fight one of the Paul brothers. Why not? It's a bag,
dog. If we're talking about, listen, and I'm more of a boxing fan than I am any type of mixed martial arts. If the Paul brothers step into an MMA ring, that is going to be the bloodiest.
No.
If somebody could fucking flying knee them,
no, you can't step into that.
You can't fake MMA.
No, McGregor would be stepping
fake
in
boxing.
Yeah, McGregor would be stepping into a boxing ring.
Okay.
No, they would never be stepping into
I thought you was talking MMA.
No, fuck no. The Paul brothers know not to. They know not to do that.
I would hope so.
No, that's a whole different thing. No.
That's why I never believed that Mayweather was gonna go into the MMA shit.
He was not.
Mayweather, greatest fighter. Yeah, I could argue of all time.
He
knows not to go.
You don't play with that.
That's like getting a tattoo when you're 40. Go into.
Don't do that. Just don't do it. It's certain things you just should not do. You should not play around with the UFC ring. Don't do that.
Yo, I'd be in the boxing gym watching the mixed martial arts guys.
It's just different. It's different.
It's different.
It's just different. Leave those guys alone.
Like I have my shoes on.
Yeah.
My shoes are on when I'm in there.
No. They just different. Leave that shit alone. You cannot fuck around with UFC, that MMA shit. Leave that shit alone.
Dog, if you're at the dojo and somebody take their shoes off, just it ain't your time, man.
I'm thinking it's a sign of respect. Ain't you supposed to take your shoes off at the dojo?
at World Boxing Gym, it's a little different if you have your shoes off.
Yeah, no, first of all, any man takes his shoes off before he fights you.
That's
Imagine
what
you
I'm
in the
saying.
street fight and the dude
That's
be
what
like,
I'm
hold
saying.
up, let me take my... You're not fighting a dude that's
No.
barefoot.
Never.
No.
But we should table that. I like that we keep tabling conversations, getting back to them.
UFC?
We got to get into just
MMA?
the mixed martial art guy at the bar.
You shouldn't get into the mixed martial. Leave him alone.
You don't really know him. You don't know him.
There is Chico. They never
Bro.
lie.
I know. Just I don't fight anymore.
That's the thing. Like,
I just don't know who is who.
yeah, me neither. See, I pay for dinners.
Listen, it's different. You can tell like how someone walks sometimes or their mannerisms. They have a gun.
Yeah,
I can still see that. I still have that.
yeah.
I don't know who does MMA anymore. It's impossible to spot them
The
out.
cauliflower ears usually give it away, but sometimes they don't have that and
No.
still know that type of shit.
Listen,
Just
bro.
show love to everybody.
Yo,
Just keep it
it's
there.
love. It's love.
Love and
Yo,
respect.
what you drinking?
Yeah, see? There you go. Love and respect, man.
All right, man. Cool episode. We'll see y'all next week. Actually, we have some cool shit dropping next week.
Yeah.
We have some guest-based things dropping next week that I'm excited to put out. Some more sketch shit coming out. I don't even want to do the surprise shit anymore because we want to stay consistent with this, try to keep ourselves honest.
We working, man. We got
Constantly
some shit
put
coming.
out some different type of shit.
The response was great.
Yeah, it was.
You did a great job.
Thank you, man. You did as well.
Yeah, and we got we don't want to give away too much, but we got more shit coming.
And I'm starting to really, really tap into the sick individual I am with writing.
As you should. Use that.
I'm discovering new things about myself
yeah.
that terrify me.
All right, see, I don't even want to know where you're going with it. But the one skit that we working on now is going to be hilarious.
Super
I
funny.
started writing some of that shit as well.
Super funny. But yeah, I just realized that when no one understood that the first two jokes in that sketch, one was about
Hilarious.
people jumping onto the tracks to kill themselves. And then the second one blaming 9/11 on gentrification. I was like, all right, maybe I should keep some of this sick shit to myself.
It was gold. It was comedy gold, man. I loved it.
But yeah.
I
think we have another crew coming in, so
we'll holler at the people next week. Be safe. We'll be in LA
be around.
doing whatever we doing in LA.
Catch me at Saddle Ranch.
Peace.
No worry and